Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm going to be reading Amika's Gift, an African counting story. One boy who was not too small but not too big either set off to visit his grandmother in the next village. His name was Amika. Two of Amika's friends, Bola and Ada, were kneeling on the path playing Akaso, his favorite game. Amika smiled as he passed them, but he didn't stop because he was thinking, what can I take Granny as a present? Akaso. Children play this game with spinning tops, empty snail shells, or anything that spins. These girls are playing with a used pen top. The player whose Akaso spins the longest is the winner. 3. Three women on their way to the market turned to say hello to Amika. There must be lots of things in the market that Granny would like, he thought, walking that way too. Markets are important meeting places for people from villages all around. The local chief is always there to act as chief official, as well as buying food, clothes, and household things. You can get your hair plaited and your bicycle repaired at the local market. 4. 4 new brooms were propped up against the wall. Wouldn't it be nice if Granny had one of those, said Amika, for sweeping away the leaves that fall down from the orange and mango trees. 5. 5 children dressed up in big grown-up hats smiled and waved at Amika. What lovely hats, he said. Granny might like one of those to keep the sun out when she goes to the farm or to market. 6. 6 beautiful beaded necklaces were set out on display. My sister Og wears beads like those, said Amika. Granny might say, Child, I am far too old for necklaces, but I think she would look just as lovely as Og. Necklaces. Young women and children wear them all the time. Old women just for special occasions. Some necklaces are made from dried seeds of the akojabi plant, and some from glass or dyed rubber beads. 7. 7 musical instruments called ishaka caught Amika's eyes. Nearby, 2 girls were trying to play them like grown-up musicians. Amika laughed. With those ishaka, Granny's dance group would be a big hit when they perform for the village. Ishaka. These musical instruments are made from natural or red-dyed gourds hung with dried seeds from the ojobi plant, or with pieces of cooked dyed rubber taken from the rubber tree. Shaken from side to side, they make a distinctive, soft, rattling sound. 8. 8 water pots, some tall, some small, stood on sale by the roadside. Amika looked them up and down. With pots like those, Granny could store water for days and days and give the garden plenty to drink. Then her tomatoes would grow bigger than ever. Water. In many African countries, the year is divided into rainy and dry seasons. People store water in earthenware pots, in plastic containers, and in huge water tanks to use during the dry season, which lasts for several months. 9 mortars and some pestles were lined up in rows at the end of the market. Some of those would be good for Granny's kitchen, thought Amika. Then, when I visit her with my cousins, we can help her pound up yams for supper. But with no money, I can't give her anything. He walked slowly up to his grandmother's house. Pestles and mortars. Pestles and mortars are used for grinding up food. The wood carver makes them from a tree trunk, hollowing out a piece very carefully to make the mortar. The pestle is shaped to make it easy to handle and grind up different kinds of food. 10 of Amika's cousins were there, waiting to play with him. Amika ran to tell his grandmother all about the things he wanted to bring her. But she just gave him a big hug and said, Child, you are the best present of all. Families. In many parts of Africa, a typical family household includes 3 generations, and the doors are always open to aunts, uncles, and cousins. So there is someone to look after the children when the parents are out. The end.